friends, welcome to today's video. This is kind of a different part of my house. I'm just sitting in front of the window, obviously. It's a crappy day out. I just got home from doing grocery shopping, and by just I mean probably 45 minutes ago, and I really need to put my groceries away. But I thought I would do a little bit of a grocery haul. But the first thing I'm gonna do, because I totally forgot I had bought this and it's been sitting here melting and I wanna try it, is try a little bit of ice cream. So I had not seen this before. This is the Irresistibles brand. I got this at Food Basics here in Canada. This is salted caramel and it's 100 calories per half cup with 6 grams of sugar. I haven't scanned this yet, so let me just do that now. I am following the My WW Blue program, which is the same as the previous Weight Watchers Freestyle program, just in case you are curious and have not seen one of my videos before. So this is 4 points for half a cup. And as I said, I've left this sitting out a little longer than I should have, but let's give it a little bit of a taste. Yeah, it's definitely starting to melt a little. This does need to go back into the freezer, but it actually looks like ice cream consistency. Okay. Has a little bit of that, like, there's something, you know, maybe not natural in here, but that's pretty tasty. That could be a little dangerous. And I think this was pretty cheap, actually. Let me take a look. So this salted caramel irresistible ice cream was $3.97. And usually the Halo Top and those kinds of things are closer to $6. So this was a bit of a bargain. I am going to go and put this in the freezer now, both so I don't keep eating it and also so that it can refreeze a little bit. And then I'll be back to show you the rest of my groceries. So I've bought stuff for lunches for the week for work. I've bought stuff for a couple of meals that I'm going to make. Usually I make meals that have some leftovers, and then my partner will also make a couple meals during the week. I haven't really organized this, but let's just start going through it. And this is a bit of a staple for me, and I'll just show you here. This is the Dinkelmeyer's light rye bread. This bread you can have, I think it's 1 slice for 2 points or 3 slices for 3 points. Yes, no, 1 slice for 2 points, 2 slices for 3 points. So this is the kind of bread I like to get. It's a little denser and feels a little more filling than the Weight Watchers bread, which is the same point value. This was very much an impulse purchase, but I just got some Trident gum. Just sometimes if I'm craving chewing something or something sweet, this will be just a good thing to chew on. I feel like let's look at lunches first, because I've planned for the next week on having some good lunch salads. And then I usually like a piece of fruit and then some yogurt as well. So I did buy myself a bunch of bananas. Produce is so expensive right now, and all of these bananas were less than $2. So while I do like some other fruits, maybe a little bit more, bananas are just so economical right now. I did also buy myself some eggs to keep on hand, partly because I just like having them because, you know, if I want a snack, they're nice to have. But also if I'm making some salads, I like there to be some protein sources in them. And doing a couple of hard-boiled eggs is an easy thing to keep in the fridge to put into salads or just even take along for my lunches on their own. I mentioned I like having protein sources in my salads. I found this Maple Leaf Natural Selection. This is oven roasted chicken breast. Hopefully that will focus. This is actually 0 points per serving on the blue plan because it is protein. There's not really anything added to it. And I was able to find these for $4.99 per container, which is a good price here. So I decided to buy 2 of those. For my lunch salads, I already have some salad dressing that I really like, the Farm Boy Creamy Ranch, which is 3 tablespoons for 2 points, and it's delicious. And I also already have some lettuce as well as some chickpeas, which I think I'm going to keep on hand in the fridge to add to my salads. I also bought some of these little Lebanese cucumbers because I quite like having cucumbers in my salad, and they're hearty enough that they hold up really well to be covered in dressing until lunchtime. Also, because I found these at a good price, I got 2 containers of Laughing Cow cheese. I got the smoked cheese and the white cheddar flavor. Both of these are 1 point per triangle, and I like to keep these on hand with that bread because, you know, if I want something, I can have a piece of toast and some cheese, and it's just very filling for me with pretty low points. The last thing that I picked up to go into my lunch salads were these little cherry tomatoes. I just think as well, these will be nice to just cut in half and they will hold up well to being in dressing until lunchtime. And I tend to assemble those salads in the morning, try to do as much chopping and stuff as I can the night before so that they're easy to throw together in the morning. As always, I also picked up some 0% plain Greek yogurt. I use this for everything, but for my lunches, I will do a big scoop of this mixed with some protein powder to sort of sweeten it a bit. And it's just so protein filled that it keeps me really satiated for like the entire day. Also, to take with me to work, we do have a Keurig coffee machine in my office, which is less expensive than going and buying a coffee at the coffee shop. So I picked myself up some Keurig coffee pods. I'm not usually a coffee pod person. We usually make just fresh coffee from beans, but I saw there was vanilla biscotti flavor that was on sale, so I picked this up. And then I also just picked myself up some 2% milk to keep in the fridge at work to go with my coffee. And before I get on to the dinner items, this was a totally impulse purchase, but I find these hard to find in my grocery stores. So when I saw this at Food Basics, I grabbed it. And if you have not seen these before, these are the Good Thin crackers, the corn ones. I'll just hold that up. I am sure like everybody talks about these, so you've probably seen those before, but these taste so much like tortilla chips. And I'll just give you the points here. For 2 points, you can have 27 of these. And honestly, if you are having anything that you would want to have like tortilla chips with, these are such a good substitute. So one of the meals I'm gonna make this week, and I'm gonna have to check because I thought that maybe I filmed this for my channel, but maybe I haven't, is I like to make muffin tin mini meatloaves. They're really great. They're always leftovers and they taste even better left over. And I think they end up being like 2 points per little mini meatloaf, maybe 3 if I make them a bit bigger, but they're pretty low in points. So the ground meat that I use for that is a combination of ground beef and either ground chicken or ground turkey, depending on what I can find and what's at a good price. And I just realized I didn't check the date on this, so let me look. Yep, we're all good. Into that meatloaf mix goes an egg and also some breadcrumbs, which I already have on hand, and then shredded up zucchini. So I did buy a couple of zucchinis and then also diced scallions. So I bought some of those. I won't need all of these for the mini meatloaves, but a really great tip for any food that you want to taste fresher, whether it's like salads or soups or sandwiches or anything like casseroles. If you have green onions and you just chop them up really finely, they just add this really nice, very mild oniony fresh flavor to everything, which is just, I find so nice. So in addition to those ingredients, I add some different seasonings and spices to the mini meatloaves, and then before they go into the oven, you sort of make a little indentation or well in the middle, and then each one gets like a tablespoon of barbecue sauce into it, any kind of flavor you want. This one seemed to be the lowest calorie and was also on sale. It's the Kraft Barbecue Garlic. I've not used this before. Sometimes we'll use like a hot sauce, sometimes we'll use like a rib sauce, and it really just gives you that sort of glaze on the meatloaf as well as sort of into the meatloaf because of the depression or indentation that just makes it super tasty. I also bought some frozen cauliflower because with the mini meatloaves, I like to make mashed cauliflower. Frozen is a great option for that. It's already cut up. All you have to do is like throw this bag into some boiling water and just let it go until they're soft to a fork being pushed into them. Usually I'll just put like maybe an inch of water at the bottom of a pan and let it simmer because then it's more steaming than boiling. And then you just drain it and mash it, add whatever you want to it. And for me, it goes really well with the mini meatloaves. And the other recipe that I'm going to make this week for dinner is off of the Emily Bites blog, and I will try to remember to link her blog to this recipe down below, but it's the buffalo chicken egg rolls. And so I got some chicken that is going to be going into that. I need to also pick up some coleslaw mix, but they didn't have any at the store, and I know I'll be making this later in the week, so I'll get a chance to pick some up later. So I also picked up some Frank's Red Hot buffalo sauce, as well as the egg roll wrappers that I'll need for that. And then finally, I also picked up some frozen broccoli because frozen broccoli can roast really well in the oven, and I thought that it would go well with buffalo chicken egg rolls. So that is my grocery haul for this week. I will mention that All of this here in Canada, everything you saw and nothing else, ended up costing around $90. I'll probably buy a few other extras during the week, so my grocery budget usually ends up being about $100 per week. So that is everything. Let me know if you guys like seeing this every week. I do one big grocery shop per week. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!